Hello and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. We managed to get a win with Ironclad yesterday, so now we are going for an A20 heart kill with Silent. Let's get started. I guess we at least reached the Act 1 boss last time because we got all four options. I was kind of expecting two. I thought I lost my last run pretty early. Not a lot of good routes. Silent is pretty bad at early hallway fights, so maybe we do this fight shop route. Then it looks like we only get, well, we could still do that and get 3 elites if we go this way. Although if we go here, we're forced into a second elite, but we know what we're getting into when we do that. Alternate path, we could go this way and take 4 hallway fights before the first elite, and then we could still get 3, get an extra question mark. But this gets 2 question marks, so it's a little bit easier. Yeah, I think I'll go this right path. There's no gold option, which would be nice because we're going to an early shop. So maybe we avoid the early shop. Well, it looks like we're going to an early shop either way. Both of those routes have an early shop. I guess we could skip the early shop, do 2 fights and 3 question marks. Oh no, Ironclad is done. We're gonna get a win with all of the classes. We've already got a Watcher 1, so no need to repeat that, but we gotta get a win with Silent and Defect before we start rotating. So let's see. Silent, it's pretty reasonable to change out for a boss relic. And Curse for a rare card. I don't really know how to evaluate any of these options. I've played a bunch of Silent. I've gotten an A20 heart kill with Silent, but I haven't done the full like stream super analysis version of any of these, so I don't actually know how good they are. So let's do the stream super analysis version. I think we're going to analyze all 4. 3 random potions. Actually, normally I don't choose 3 random potions, but maybe it's good with Silent. Okay, we're going to analyze all 4. Hold on a second, let me set up some little windows. Alright. And then this one's going to look at the wiki, and this one is going to look at the evaluation thing. Okay. And we will switch the view so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Silent. The first option we will look at is choose a card to obtain. This is a regular card choice. You don't get, I don't think you get extra chance of getting rares or anything. Oh, this is not the cards. Okay, so we'll just evaluate all the Watcher cards, or all the Silent cards. And yeah. Okay. So, starting with acrobatics. I'm going to give that a 1. Doesn't do any damage. It's nice for building around sometimes. If you end up a card with deck that needs a lot of draw or need a, like a discard enabler or something, but I don't want it to start with. Backflip, slightly better. It actually does something when it draws cards, so I'll give it a 3. It's quite a good card later. It's still not very good at the beginning of Act 1. Bane is quite good. I think that's probably among the best outcomes. You get a Bane, you get a Poison Dagger, you're ready to go. Blade Dance is not great. Blade Dance is bad against Gremlin Knob. It also is bad against like Time Lord and the Heart later, so you don't really want it in your deck. But it's pretty good in Act 1, so I'll go to 3. Cloak and Dagger is pretty similar to Blade Dance, slightly better. It's got the same drawbacks, but it also blocks while it's doing stuff, so I'll go to 4. Dagger Spray is very good in Act 1. Probably the best damage common against sentries in the game. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and give that a 5. That's a pretty good pick. Dagger Throw, pretty similar, pretty good card. Kind of like Headbutt a little bit. Gives you some sort of draw and discard synergies. It's among the best cards. Deadly Poison does the most damage of any damage common, so that's pretty good. Deflect is not really what you want to see from Niao. I'll give it a 2 because it's not like a liability, but you don't want to see block before attack. You want to attack first. Dodge and roll is pretty similar. It's yeah, I'll give it a 2 also. It's slightly better later on, but then deflect costs 0, so maybe it's better in some decks. Flying Knee is neat. You start out with 3 energy and 1 loud cat. So Flying Knee can be pretty helpful to play all your cards. And it does a lot of damage, so I'll give it a 4. It's not quite as good as some of the other ones. Outmaneuver is absolute garbage. You do not want that in your deck, especially not early. Piercing Wail is an absolutely great card. I don't know if it's necessarily great in Act 1, but it's not terrible, so I'll give it a 4. Poison Snap does a lot of damage for a common, so I'll give it 5. Starts enabling your poison stuff to work. Prepared is absolute garbage. I'll give it a 1. Quick Slash is okay. It's kind of like a slightly lower damage Pommel Strike. I'll give it a 4. Slice is fine. It doesn't do very much damage. So I'll go to 3. Sneaky Strike is great. A lot of times you can enable it early on. Yeah, then it costs 0. Also, if you can ever like double play it or something, it gives you energy, which is nice. I'll give that a 5. Sucker Punch, one of the few damaging cards that also blocks. It's like that and like Dash and whatever the one that generates a Shiv is. So it's a great card. Accuracy is terrible. That's 1 star, obviously. All out attack is very good. That's 5 stars. Backstab, it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't scale. It helps you win Act 1 hallway fights, which is probably the most important thing for Silent to think about starting off, so I'll give it a 5. Blur is like a slightly worse version of Dodge and Roll early on. You don't really want block cards. I'll give this a 2. Bouncing Flask does some damage, but it can be pretty awkward to play, and sometimes it lands on the wrong target. It does a lot of damage, even for the mana, but it does less than, for example, Deadly Poison. Or it does less than 2 Deadly Poisons, because it's 2 mana. But this Bouncing Flask is about the highest damage on 1 card you will ever see. As long as that card doesn't say X on it. But it is awkward to use, so I'll give it a 4. I think it's good, but it's not great. Calculated Gamble is a good build around, but it doesn't do any damage. I give it a 4. Caltrops is great for the heart, terrible for Act 1. Although, actually, let's figure out who our boss is, because we do that. Okay, so it's Slime, so Caltrops is terrible. Caltrops is quite good against Hexaghost, and it's okay against Guardian. I'll still give it a 3 because it's so good against Heart and like birds and stuff. Catalyst is basically a curse in Act 1, but it's basically how all Silent decks kill the Heart. So that's something. I'll go to 2. Choke is awkward. I always see Choke and then I think, let's build a Choke deck and do lots of shivs and stuff, and then I die. Because I'm playing a 2 mana attack and then I can't like block, and people have artifact charges and it just doesn't do anything. So I'll give it a 3 because it does do a lot of damage, but no good. Concentrate is a 1-star card for sure in Act 1. Although if you get it from Niao, it is slightly better than normal because you get to build around the discard. Crippling Cloud is great, blocks and poisons. It's not great against Gremlin Knob, and it's also not great against Sentries. It's pretty good against Lagavulin, but overall, not strong against Act 1 Elites. It's still like a 4-star card because it's just really good. Dash is amazing in Act 1. Hard to get that much out of any one card. 5 stars. Distraction. That's bad, so I'll give it a 1. Endless Agony is quite good, actually. It's like 0 mana, deal 8 damage. And if you have discards for some reason, then it does slightly more. So I'll give that 5. Escape Plan is absolutely not what you want. It's terrible against Gremlin Knob. It's a liability. But it's card draw neutral, so it's really only bad against Gremlin Knob and like, you know, the Heart and Time Lord and stuff. But even against the Heart, like if you've got this in your deck, you're probably doing deck scaling. So it might even be good there. So I'll give it 2 stars. It's not a liability. Eviscerate is really hard to make go. But if you can make it go, it's great. If you like have strength scaling and discard synergies, then you know, Bob's your uncle. This is the best card in the game. But you don't, so it's a 1-star card. Expertise is great if you have stuff to work with it, but you don't because this is the Niao benefit. So I'm going to give it 2 stars. Finisher is another sort of trap card, like choke, where it's like, I'll just build all the shivs and then I'll show them. I'll finish them for 100 damage. And like, you can pull that off, but you need like Shuriken, and we don't have Shuriken yet. So this is I'll give it 3 stars because it does do damage, and it is pretty good in Act 1, but it's not what I want to build around. Flechettes is similar, but kind of better. Flechettes is like, build a big defensive deck, and then eventually you'll kill them with Flechettes. I do like to, like, if it's a big defensive deck, you probably want to kill them with Poison instead of Flechettes, but Flechettes does some damage. It's good in Act 1. It, you know, it doesn't lose you the game ever, so I'll give it 4 stars. Footwork is one of the best cards in the game. Would you like to scale your block? Yes, please. 5 stars. Heel Hook is hard to make go off and doesn't do very much damage. And you kind of need to like multicast it to be super good. I'll still give it a 3 stars because it does damage, and this is Act 1. Infinite Blades is terrible. Takes too long to go off. Leg Sweep does not do damage, but it blocks for a ton, so I'm going to give it 4 stars. Masterful Stab is really dangerous to have in your deck, but it is really good in Act 1 sometimes. I'm not happy to pick it, but I will give it 3 stars. Noxious Fumes is great. Absolutely a build around, 5 stars. Even good against Act 1 elites. It's so good. Predator is super good. Does a lot of damage. Kills stuff in Act 1. 5 stars. Reflex is terrible. 1. Riddle with Holes. Not really the way that Silent wants to be doing damage. Also, I just realized Riddle with Holes is like strictly better than Eviscerate. Oh, I guess Eviscerate does slightly more damage. It's 18 versus 15. But yeah, if you have strength, Riddle with Holes is better than Eviscerate. What is Eviscerate even for? I think Eviscerate needs a rework. Because it's like, it's supposed to be a discard payoff card, but it's the same rarity and just straight up worse than another card that like does the same thing. And this card is bad too, right? But it does do a lot of damage, and this is Act 1, so I go 2. Setup is terrible. I don't have any way to combo with it. Skewer is amazing in Act 1. It's like a single target whirlwind, but it does more damage. I'll give it 4 stars. It doesn't scale super well. Tactician is terrible. We don't have any discard synergy stuff. I mean, we do because we're silent at the beginning, but we don't want to. Terror is kind of good, actually. Terror, like we have Slime Boss, so Terror helps us set up the big sort of Alpha Strike turn where we get him. It's going to be hard to find vulnerable as silent, and Terror basically says, your opponent is vulnerable for the rest of the fight. So I'll say 3 stars. It's bad against like sentries. Well-Laid Plans used to be one of the best cards in the game. I still need to like reevaluate it in its current form. But it's probably pretty good, so I'm going to give it 4 stars. 1,000 Cuts is a crazy build around where you basically have to build like shivs and stuff. But then it does do quite a bit of damage. And if you're getting it from Niao, I think it's probably a 5-star card. I'll give it 4 because it's hard to play, but Adrenaline makes every deck that it's in better. It's like never a bad card. 5 stars. After Image is an even better payoff for the like 1,000 Cuts deck. It's like a much better card than 1,000 Cuts, so I'll give it 5 stars. Even though it doesn't do any damage. Alchemize is a weird card. It's like a side quest thing, but then all it does is give you a potion. And it's like really hard to predict what it does. And you've only got 2 potion slots, so you have to like drink potions like all the time. I once had a run that had Alchemize and White Beast Statue, and I was just so confused about what to do. Because you can't like save a potion in that context. You have to like drink 2 potions per fight. It was crazy. I think it's pretty good. I'll give it 5. Gives you a lot of residual value. Bullet Time is bad. It's a trap. But it does let you do cool stuff, so I'll give it 3 stars. Burst is like an end game. Let's see, are these cards actually going to come up? Because is it a regular card choice? It says choose a card to obtain. I think it's not a regular card choice. I think it does have more chance of being rare than a regular card choice. I think it has like an equal probability of being all cards. Burst is amazing. It tends to be more amazing later in the run when you can like burst Cataclysm or something. But even in Act 1, Burst Defend is like totally fine. So Burst is never really bad. I'll give it 5. But mostly that's just in recognition of how good it is later. Corpse Explosion is amazing at every stage of the game. 5 stars. Die is pretty good in Act 1. It doesn't scale very much, but you don't really need it to scale. You just need it to, break the slime boss. So I'll say 5 stars. Doppelganger is really bad. You don't need that. It's like a weird, you have Ice Cream and Runic Pyramid this turn sort of card. It's not exactly the same as Runic Pyramid, but yeah, but then why would you put that card in your deck? I don't understand. 1 star. Envenom is really hard to get to work. It's kind of the nightmare for like a Niao benefit, because it's like now you're forced into doing this weird thing, and then that weird thing doesn't work, and then you die in Act 2. So I'll say 1 star. If you can make it work, obviously it wins you the run, but you can't make it work. Glass Knife is just a high damage card. Good for breaking the slime. 5 stars. Grand Finale is really hard to get to use, but if it's a Niao benefit, you could probably set it up. It's going to take a while, though. But it does 50 damage for 0. I'll say 3 stars. Malaise is great. Not great in Act 1 necessarily, but pretty great overall, so I'll give it 4 stars. Nightmare is great, but not good in Act 1 at all. It's like you don't want that. It's too expensive. You can't spend your turn doing that. But it's good later. It's like okay later. It's good if you get Council of Ghosts, basically. So I'll go with 3 stars. Let's look at it with like Cataclysm and stuff. Phantasmal Killer, I think, is a trap. You can't really. You're not a watcher, so you can't like set up for next turn very well. It is funny how similar Phantasmal Killer is to like Simmering Fury, right? But I digress. I'll give that 1 star. Storm of Steel is not great. You can pick discard synergy stuff if you get Storm of Steel, and you can pick Shiv synergy stuff, but do you really want to do either of those things? You don't. So I'll give it 2 stars. It does do damage. Tools of the Trade is one of the most consistent ways, other than like hovering kite, to get discard synergy stuff to work. I don't like building discard synergy decks, but if you get Tools of the Trade from Niao, you can probably do it. It doesn't ever become innate. I wish it became innate and continued to cost 1, but it costs 0. So I'll give it 2 stars. Unload is great. It just does a lot of damage. 5 stars. Wraith form is really good. Not super good in Act 1 necessarily, but even then, you could, like, if you randomly draw Wraith form on slime bosses, like, big attack turn, like, you actually probably lose that fight if that's how you're blocking it, but because you get a dex down. But it's a great card. I got 4 stars because it's a little awkward to get it at the beginning of Act 1. Okay, so the total value is 3.2. Not great, not bad. You do get to choose a card, so it's probably closer to like 3.8 or something. Okay, now let's evaluate 3 random potions. Yeah, next turn cards are bad. Okay, now we're gonna evaluate potions. Potions. There are so many potions. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna do like a whole breakdown of how good each potion is, because why would I do that? If you get 3 potions, you basically get like a huge advantage on the first couple of fights. And you probably get to carry a potion or 2 into this elite fight. And I think that's probably worse than choosing a card, so I'm not going to pick it. This is eliminated. Okay, choose a rare card to obtain. We already did this because we figured out how good all the cards were. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19 rare cards for Watcher. So the bottom 19 rows here. 71 minus 19 is 52. So A52 through A. Oops, I said sum and I meant average. Okay, so this is slightly better than that, as you would expect. But then you get a curse. But we are going to an early shop. So I think that's probably the pick. Because we have an opportunity to get rid of the curse. Okay. A lot of explaining for not a lot of actual logic here. Because we could have just said, oh look, this one says obtain a curse and we're going to an early shop. So we could have picked this right away. Probably take Corpse Explosion. It has the highest rating of any of these. This was like a 4 and this was like a 1. Malaise is an option too, but I think Corpse Explosion is the best build around for Act 1. We're going to Survivor away the decay. And then we've blocked out, and we're likely to draw a Corpse Explosion next turn. So we're going to punch him once and him once. And then we'll Corpse Explosion him to kill him if we need to. Alright, we're going to weaken the guy doing more damage. Block for as much as we can. Actually, we block for more by killing the Spike Slime. So let's do that. Take 4. I will triple block instead of Corpse Explosion. I think we can get through this fight with taking no more damage. Survivor away the decay, do a little bit of damage. Alright, we did it. We got Noxious Fumes too, wow. Okay, I guess we're doing poison stuff. We can Noxious Fumes double defend and take 3, or we can Corpse Explosion and then defend and take 8. I think we can take less than 8 in the whole fight if we Noxious Fumes double defend, so I'm going to do that. Alright, we can break both, so we'll do that. I was right. I guess we have to play as many cards as we can to get rid of... Oh, Decay just makes us take 2. I thought Decay was the one that makes you take 1 per card in your hand, but that one's like Pain or something. Okay, so we got all-out attack, which is pretty good, but we already have some AoE. Or Heal Hook. We don't have any way of getting weak other than Neutralize. So I think I will take all-out attack. And then we'll go to shop, remove the curse. Ooh, wow, we're missing out on Shuriken and Kunai and Chemical Axe. So there's a bunch of build-arounds gone. Interesting. Huh, I've never seen Cunning Potion before. Too bad Kunai and Shuriken are gone, but probably we weren't going to build around them anyway because we have Corpse Explosion. Let's get rid of that Decay. Let's get heavily sassed by our cat. We could take Prepared or Slice. Those are the only things we can afford. I don't think we want to do either of those things, though. Slice is an option. But it just gets between me and my Corpse Explosion Noxious Fumes, so I'm going to pass on it. Are we going to another shop later? We probably aren't. We could end up at this shop if we are too weak to take 2 elites. It's very possible that we take this, we remove a card and then immediately die to Gremlin Knob, though. Gremlin Knob does quite a bit of damage. I think we're just going to take the gold. Nope, can't do that. We ended up getting the rare card plus curse, and the rare card was Corpse Explosion. We already got rid of the curse at the shop. So we got Corpse Explosion and Noxious Fumes. So we're doing some poisony stuff. So if we Corpse Explosion, we actually do land the... Corpse Explosion applies 2 debuffs, the poison and then the explosion death. Since we have extra cards in our hand, I think we're going to use the Blessing of the Forge now. And we're going to definitely defend at least once. And I guess if we use Corpse Explosion, we're passing on 18 damage, so we probably shouldn't. And I'll go ahead and use the Thorns too. Might need it. Okay, we definitely need Noxious Fumes, and I think we'll just defend twice and be satisfied with that. Alright, now we can actually weaken this guy. And then we can block out with Survivor. Yikes, this turn hurts. He's killing himself, so that's nice, but... okay, who are we... I don't think we can do enough damage to kill him next turn, but we can do enough damage to kill him over 2 turns. So let's try for that. We'll go ahead and double defend. And then all-out attack. We're guaranteed to draw a Corpse Explosion next turn, so we win. But at what cost? Down to 21. That's a lot of damage. Oh, Regal Pill is nice. We're definitely going to end up resting. I think we're taking Crippling Cloud, too. Poison is not too great against Slime Boss. This is not looking like a successful run here. Okay, I guess we'll play the obvious stuff. Go Crippling Cloud too, just to get the poison started and keep the weak going. Okay. Tick-tock, cultist. Heal Hook is slightly better now that we've taken Crippling Cloud. We have more sources of weak. Yeah, we also took two cost cards, so it's nice to take something that costs 0 most of the time. Also, it's card draw, so it doesn't like bloat up the deck too much, although you could say the same thing about Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw is nice because you can discard ethereal cards later, which comes up occasionally. It also does more damage. I think I'll take Dagger Throw because it does more damage. No. I don't know. I'm torn. Yeah, I'll take Dagger Throw. Need to do some damage. Protect my vulnerable life total. So we're definitely going to neutralize, and then defend almost blocks out, so I think we'll apply Corpse Explosion because it's more damage than Crippling Cloud. Well, Crippling Cloud blocks for more. Yeah, we need to end this fight. Let's see what we draw. Survivor's pretty good. Noxious Fumes, you're late. Take 3. We'll take one more to develop 6 more poison. And then we should be able to kill it next turn. Bane is exactly what we're looking for, so let's take it. Potion Belt's interesting. I don't think we're in good enough shape to... Oh wow, Potion Belt into Finds Potions. Okay, that's really nice. Okay. Poison Potion's amazing. We're not going to take those 2 elites. That's too scary. We're going to take this fire. Take it slow. Let's see. We're going to use at least 1 potion, because otherwise we might not kill him. If we use the Poison Potion, we can Bane and then double defend. I was kind of hoping to use the Poison Potion against the Slime Boss. But we need to keep this money so that we can go to the shop and actually get something. Crippling Cloud also blocks for a little bit. But then, like, we can't Crippling Cloud, Bane, and defend. So I think the only source of poison we have is Poison Potion. We could either defend or strike here. I think taking 6 is pretty reasonable, even if it takes us down to 10. Yeah, we have to win the fight. Okay. Should be able to kill him next turn. Yeah, great. Maybe it wasn't defensible to do that extra damage because we would have killed him this turn anyway. So we could have taken 5 less damage this fight. Bouncing Flask is a thing. Do we need more poison? I think maybe we take Piercing Whale. It's pretty good against lots of little slimes, which is kind of what I'm afraid of. We definitely need to rest here. Thanks, Regal Pillow. And find something good. Ooh, membership card is good. It's a little bit... I don't know if we're going to survive this act currently, so buying membership card is like, this will be great for in the future when I'm definitely alive. But we can also buy like membership card and then like Predator. So let's buy membership card. And then we can buy Predator and Backstab. So I think that's about as well as we're going to do. Alright, we're definitely going to Piercing Whale this turn. So he's doing 0. And then we'll defend. And then I guess Backstab Strike. Which one wants 17 damage? I think the Fungi Beast. Well, no, let's do the Acid Slime. That way, let's see, if we do 17 damage to him, he's at 16. Then we can, no, we can't kill him with Corpse Explosion. We could kill him with specifically Corpse Explosion all-out attack. We could also kill him with, like, Predator Strike or something. So we Corpse Explosion defend. Alternately, we could double defend strike. I think Corpse Explosion defend seems right. Taking 9. But winning the fight. Alright, Poison Stab's pretty good. I'll take Poison Stab, sure. I think we need to rest here. We do bump up against max, I think, but that's okay. Alright, we definitely need the Strength Potion. I wish I had that Poison Potion still, because I have Bane in the opening hand. Feels like a waste. Pretty good opening, though. Alright, we were able to get Noxious Fumes down, but we're going to take the damage next turn. I guess a better opening would just be Noxious Fumes and, like, Corpse Explosion. I think we're just blocking as much as we can this turn. I'll save Crippling Cloud for when there are more slimes. Okay, so he's taking 9 this turn and 11 next turn, so that is a total of 20, which puts him at 77, so I don't want to strike him. Excuse me, he's only taking 10 this turn, so but still. So let's just play the Slime Pass. Alright, now we need to do as much damage as we can, which we're pretty well set up for, so we can Bane Predator him. 32 is not a bad split. I guess we'll punch this one since we already punched him once. Start getting into some slimed. Okay, he is splitting, because he goes down to 14. But we can all-out attack and split him a little harder. And then Piercing Whale to save a little bit of health. I think that's reasonable. Did we accidentally split both? We did. So we wasted the Piercing Whale. But that's okay. Let's Corpse Explosion one of the 15 health ones and strike him too. We did it. Made it out of the fight. Wasn't sure I was going to survive that, but we made it through, only taking 20. Wraithform is a great reward here. It's easily the best card, so let's pick it. Runic Pyramid is quite good with Wraithform, because then you can Wraithform on the perfect turn. Energy Relic is also good, although we'd be skipping out on the upgrade for Wraithform, which is an important part of Wraithform. Getting 3 intangibles way better than getting 2. I think Runic Pyramid is probably the pick here, but it would be nice to Pandora's Box away all these strikes and defense. Pandora's Box tends to get you some garbage, because there's a lot of, you'll get some discard synergy and some Shiv synergy, and but like maybe you also get like a nightmare or like a burst or something. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. If it was Astrolabe, it's way better, obviously. Astrolabe is just better than Pandora's Box. I think Runic Pyramid is pretty good here, though. Obviously, hand size issues is the thing. Especially with Predator. Predator is not a fan of Runic Pyramid. We needed to get like a little bit more discard. We have all out attack. All out attack is not a big fan of it either, because you discard a random card, so it can hit your Wraith form. But I think it's the pick. Champ again. I feel like it's Champ almost every time in Act 2 for some reason. We don't have a ton of money, so we're not trying to go to that store. We probably want to take this fight, question, fight, question route to avoid too many fights, because a lot of these routes have too many fights. We could also do this route, but that doesn't end in an elite. This means we get no fires, though, if we go this way. Oh wait, we could go through an elite to get a fire. 2 Act 2 elites before a fire seems aggressive for this deck that can't really survive Act 2 elites that well. Well, hopefully we'll get stronger by the time we get there, I think. Yeah, maybe we want to end up going this way, doing this elite fire, just to heal up before we take the second elite. Yeah, I think I like that better, because then we get a fire and another fire here, so that we're like really ready for this elite, and then we can heal up afterwards too. Yeah, we got to survive 3 hallway fights and an elite though, which is going to be a challenge. Especially if they're hallway fights like this, where they kill you. So the goal for this fight is to get the front slaver down to low enough that we can corpse explosion him, and the back one down to low enough that he dies to the corpse explosion. Okay, we can discard. What are we doing this turn? So we don't really need to backstab this turn. We are definitely going to neutralize. We need all-out attack at some point. We don't have to do it this turn. So we're probably going to double defend. So I'll get rid of the strike. Okay. If we Predator all-out attack, we're doing 26. Hey. That's rude. We could Predator all-out attack and backstab to kill the looter. Although then the mugger is going to get away with our money. But otherwise we're not blocking. We only have 5 block. So I think we have to do it. We can Piercing Whale Survivor to block most of the damage. And then, what, Strike? Let's just Wraith form. Okay, we probably can't kill him, but we should take whatever the max damage is. Okay. We definitely don't want Blade Dance. Outmaneuver is actually pretty good with Runic Pyramid. It costs negative energy. I wish it was upgraded. I think I need something that costs negative energy, so I'm going to take Outmaneuver, even though it's garbage. If I take 50 gold, I can go to a shop, and I have a membership card, so 116 or 106 is not a bad amount of gold to have. I'll probably be able to buy at least a good card. The problem is, if I take this shop, I either have to take the Mega Elite or another shop again later. So I think I just take the money and then go this way anyway. I do have Artifact Speed Pot right now, so that's neat. Okay, here's Council of Ghosts. Well, that helps us survive. We need to get those upgraded. Alright, well, every Silent deck wants to be a Council of Ghosts deck, so the run just took a serious turn for the best. That was a really good question mark. I guess let's Noxious Fumes Survivor Defend. Start peeling away those artifact charges. And then now we can just Apparition our way through this turn. Defend. And then Neutralize to get rid of yet another charge. And I will Backstab. Or wait, I guess I'll Dagger Throw? No, I can't Dagger Throw because I could draw an Apparition. Actually, if I draw an Apparition, I could just discard it. But I don't really want to draw and discard an Apparition. I want to have them in the deck. So I'll just throw away the Backstab. Okay, there's another Apparition. Let's go ahead and Dagger Throw. No, let's just Apparition Corpse Explosion. Yeah, he's all out of charges. So we take one here, but that's fine. And then we kill him next turn. With, let's see, Poison Stab plus Crippling Cloud is 7. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Deadly Poison is fine. I don't think we need more sources of poison though, so I think we're good on that. So we'll skip. This also suddenly became a 28 card deck because we took all the Apparitions. Apparition doesn't do anything here, because we're taking only 1 damage, which is too bad. So we'll just Crippling Cloud Outmaneuver. Alright, I guess I'll Noxious Fumes Apparition Defend. Defend only blocks for 1. Maybe I don't need to do that. We're definitely spending 2 strikes. Yeah, I think I'll just strike again. Keep the defend. Alright, now it's aberration time. Hi Troll Fun Forever. How's it going? I think it's Corpse Explosion on Chosen. Doing 33 damage is not that important. It is important we kill the bird before he kills us. He has been very nice to us so far by not strengthening up and letting us weaken him, but that time has come to an end. So I think, yeah, let's actually Corpse Explosion the bird to make sure he dies. We actually can knock down the bird next turn with Backstab, Bane, Strike. Let's see. Yeah, I think let's Corpse Explosion the Chosen and plan on knocking down the bird at some point. See, but then this turn, I want to knock down the bird, but I also want to block. They're attacking for 36. I have a speed potion, so I can block for 10, 20, 33, and then take 3. That seems fine. I should have gotten rid of the Predator. Predator is really bad in the deck. Piercing Well reduces his damage to 3 times 2, so I'll do that. Oh, apparently it reduces it to 0. Oh, I was vulnerable. I see. Go ahead and Dagger Throw, get rid of the Predator. And I guess Poison Stab. If I need to knock down the bird, I still can with Neutralize Backstab Bane, so I don't need Poison Stab. I'm holding 6 cards though, but whatever. Okay, now we just win the fight. Cool. Nope, not doing any of those. We could take... If Reflex was the other one, Tactics, then we could do that, because we can just hold it in hand for forever until we find a card that discards it. But we don't have that going on. Okay, now it's time to fight an elite. Yikes. Book of Stabbing. Oh boy. We can, like, Predator outmaneuver. Let's see, let's neutralize. We can just double block. Yeah, let's double block outmaneuver. Alright, so now we have Apparition. We also have Piercing Wail, but we can keep Piercing Wail. We can't keep Apparition, so we'll Apparition. And then... I guess we'll Predator... since we have so much extra energy this turn. Predator and Strike, and we want to clear down to 3 cards in hand. So we'll use the Backstab and a Defend. Ideally saving Bane until he gets poisoned. Apparition blocks for 23 here, that's nice. We really need to find either Corpse Explosion or Noxious Fumes. We can't draw because if we... Well, I guess we can, as long as we're okay with discarding the Apparition if we draw it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I will do it. Okay, we didn't have to. And now we should Survivor just to discard? No, that seems wrong. Let's Crypt All Out Attack. There's nothing in our hand that we, like, absolutely need. The worst discards are Piercing Wail and Survivor. All the others are fine. Oh, great, okay. Well, actually, now we're holding 6 cards. I wasn't anticipating that, but okay. Alright, we're able to develop noxious fumes, and we can block out with either piercing wail or apparition. We'll apparition, because otherwise we lose it. And we can block out with defend. Hand's full, but that's okay. Finally, we draw Corpse Explosion. Way too late. Let's go ahead and block out with Piercing Wail. Eventually, we're going to have to Wraith Form. I'll go ahead and Survivor here. We're about to shuffle, so I'll get the Survivor back. And our hand is super full. I also failed the Corpse Explosion this turn, but that's okay. I'm developing poison a different way. Okay, so this is the Wraith Form turn, right? Do we use the Artifact Potion? I think we're dying this fight, probably, so I guess there's no point in not using the Artifact Potion. I should have used Corpse Explosion earlier so that I could Liquid Memorize it and play it again. We could actually survive this damage. We could just take this and save Wraith Form for at least one more turn. I think I like that. I'll do that, and then I'll Corpse Explosion twice. So that hopefully we can scale up at least a little bit before we start dying. Take 13. Alright, so now we have to Wraith Form to survive. And I will go ahead and drink the Artifact Potion. No, there's not really any point in drinking the Artifact Potion, because it... Let's see. If I drink the Artifact Potion, then... If I somehow come out of Intangible and still I'm able to block, then I will be able to do that. Let's see, if I Wraith Form, he's taking 19, and then 21, and then 23 damage, which is 63 damage. So we are going to kill him, I think, as long as we can survive. We are also taking 8 damage right now, which is not nothing. So we have to Wraith Form, and I think we're going to save the Artifact Potion. Which is possibly stupid. Okay, so now we have to block for a bunch. So we'll Survivor away a strike. And then, I guess Bane does more damage than Crippling Cloud. So we'll Bane and defend. And then next turn, 2 strikes should be lethal. Or 3 strikes, rather. Yeah. Alright, we got there. Pen Nib is not super useful in the neck. Man, that fight hurts. I don't think we want to add a 29th card that's any of these. The next card needs to be like Cataclysm or something. Or Catalyst. Catalyst, not Cataclysm. Well, Regal Pillow scales really nicely when you're a ghost. A ghost with a nice comfy bed. Alright, membership card. Ooh, orange pellets. Yes, please. So we get to play Wraith Form and purge the dexterity loss. Is the main thing we want to use orange pellets for. Also, you know, we can purge debuffs, which is nice. We can afford this and Orichalcum. Orichalcum's nice because when you go into Wraith Form, now you don't need to block at all. Yeah. I don't think there's any way we're not taking orange pellets, so let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, we can't afford Orichalcum. We're 1 gold off. Drat. Okay, well, I don't feel bad about that. I took the right one first, so whatever. Um, we could buy 2 potions. We could use a card remove and a potion. Card remove a strike. Or maybe Predator? No, Predator does damage. I mean, it's not crazy to keep Predator around. Man, I have no upgrades. Brutal. We definitely don't want any impatience. So I think we'll card remove because our deck's too big. And that'll be a strike. Thank you. And goodbye, Dex Pot. Dex Pots are pretty good. Let's see, what is this elite going to be? It's either like Slavers or Gremlin Leader. So let's take Fire Potion, because against Gremlin Leader, Fire Potion can kill a Gremlin, which is something we could have trouble with sometimes. Ooh, Courier. That's pretty good with a membership card. Got some good money combos going on. Alright, we finally got an upgrade. And I think it needs to be either Noxious Fumes, Corpse Explosion, or Wraith Form. Despite the fact that upgrading Apparitions is amazing. Wraith Form gives me sort of 6 total intangible in the deck, which is really nice. Corpse Explosion just does 3 more poison. We're not doing that for sure. And Noxious Fumes makes me actually kill people faster. Noxious Fumes is my only scaling damage right now. So I'm really depending on that to win me the fight. So if I'm thinking about, like, okay, so what this deck needs to do is set up Noxious Fumes and then basically intangible every turn until the enemies are dead. And so we can either go from 5 to 6 copies of intangible, so like a 20% increase in that, or we can take an upgrade in Noxious Fumes and get a 50% upgrade in that. So I think a 50% is quite a bit larger than 20%, so we'll take that. Great. It is Slavers. We get to Apparition on turn 1, and Corpse Explosion. We could Corpse Explosion the front guy to get a kill sooner. We'll save Neutralize because they're all doing 1 damage anyway. Yeah, I think we want the quickest proc of Corpse Explosion, because hopefully we'll draw Noxious Fumes, so we'll do some incidental damage to all of them. And then we're going to save Neutralize and Backstab for when we actually need it. We could almost kill him right now with a Fire Potion, Backstab, Neutralize. It's 34 plus 6 is 39. Yeah, only off by 10. So the best draw here, paradoxically, was all-out attack. If we drew all-out attack, we cleared the board this turn. So I think we're just in all-out attack waiting room, actually. So it's Apparition and Defend. So we blocked out. And then I guess we need to play Survivor so that we... Or I guess I should have played Survivor instead of Defend, huh? I'll play Strike on the Taskmaster because he is above 59, which is how much damage all-out attack is going to do with the Exploding Slaver. And then we're out of energy. We're going to backstab on this front guy, so we'll just do that to maximize our draws. Alright, we still didn't get it. It's in the bottom 10 here. I don't think Outmaneuver was wrong. I just thought... I was hoping to get a win this turn if I drew all-out attack. Okay, so we can Fire Potion plus any damage to kill him. And that does 49 damage AoE. And then if we Crippling Cloud kills him, as well as does 4 damage to him, so he dies. but then he is surviving at 6, right? Because he takes 4 and then 49. So he takes 53. So Crippling Cloud and Strike on the big Taskmaster is lethal, right? Yeah. Obviously with the Fire Potion. Yeah. Okay, we can take another Backstab. Certainly doesn't hurt to have... Backstab is kind of neat with Runic Pyramid, because you can just hold it for whenever you need it. Calculated Gamble is also really nice, because sometimes your hand gets full of garbage with Runic Pyramid. Calculated Gamble is a nice like emergency button, although it does also throw away the cards you're saving intentionally, like Wraith Form. So I don't think I'm going to pick it for that reason. I don't think I'm going to pick Backstab either, just because I have a 27 card deck, and that's not really how I'm trying to scale damage generally. Although I do kind of like the Corpse Explosion double Backstab plan. We haven't found Catalyst, which is concerning against Champ. You can't kill Champ with Poison without Catalyst, and honestly without Catalyst and Burst, or Nightmare. So we're in a bit of a pickle there. But I don't think any of these problems help that, or any of these cards help that problem. I think we are going to take the last elite. We're going to take this question mark and then find out if we have enough health left. We'll get to Smith here again, because resting is too much. And we'll take the Wraith Form upgrade we were talking about earlier. Uh-oh. This fight's hard. Oh, I forgot I got Gambling Chip. Wow, Gambling Chip is so strong. Okay, so let's clear out the garbage. Let's see, we probably want to play Noxious Fumes this turn if we can. But then how are we blocking? I have a Block Potion and Survivor, which blocks most of the way. But I think we're just hoping to draw a Wraith Form. That's how we're blocking. We did not draw a Wraith Form. And we threw away whatever that card is called. We don't want to Wraith Form on turn 1, because that's suicide. This fight's too long for that. But we will Noxious Fumes. And we could double strike to do one damage, but I think I'd prefer outmaneuver. Should have saved the Orange Pellet's proc. I didn't realize he was... I didn't think about Orange Pellets and debuffing. And in fact, I could have purged the debuff from Wraith Form here. Oh wait, no I couldn't. Because Wraith Form costs too much. Something I didn't really think about when I picked Orange Pellets is when I Wraith Form, since this is a 3 energy deck, most of the time I will be I'll be losing a dexterity in order to do that. Yeah, right now I can. So I can Wraith Form, Strike, Defend, but a lot of times I will be Wraith Forming, then passing a turn, losing a dex, and then purging the debuffs, which is not great. I think we want to Corpse Explode on the Shelled Parasite. Maybe we just end up Corpse Exploding on both eventually. But I think we're doing this now. We have 2 apparitions, so I guess we'll just play both of those. I can take 1 damage to develop 3 poison. That seems fine. Okay. Still have 3 stacks of intangible, so we've got all the time in the world here. So I think we're going to do a Corpse Explosion finally. We can purge that vulnerable if we need to, but vulnerable overlaps with intangible, so whatever, I don't care. I guess I'll defend, and none of these cards are important, so I'll just all-out attack to get rid of one of them. Okay, fine. Ooh, we've set up pen nib. Excellent. Oh, I took 1 damage on accident. Oops. I'm thinking. We don't need any of these. We don't have any way to multiply Sneaky Strike. I definitely feel strong enough to go into this elite. Yep, here he is. Okay, so we have Apparition, but we can just block with Neutralize, Double Defend. So we want to save this Apparition, and the only way to do that is discarding it. Right now. What do we want to do with our Double Defend, Neutralize? We're probably going to backstab first to take advantage of the pen nib. So we'll keep backstab. We don't need strike. We don't need crippling cloud. We want to find noxious fumes. We'll probably end up finding an apparition instead, but so be it. Hey, we found noxious fumes. Wow, this is exactly the turn I wanted. Okay, so we backstab first, get that pen nib, and then double defend fumes. Purging our non-existent debuffs. Alright, now we don't have any source of intangible, which is too bad. I mean, we have Wraith Form, sorry. I think we're just going to Survivor and take 13. So that we can develop outmaneuver this turn and then Wraith Form with the Purge next turn. It means we can't play all-out attack. So we want to play Survivor, outmaneuver, Strike, so I'll discard the other Strike. We also do have this Artifact Potion. I could just Artifact Potion Wraith Form. So I think this is I think this turn is Wraith Form, Apparition, Poison Stab to purge debuffs and stack up all my intangibles without wasting an Apparition. And without losing dex, obviously. Do take 1 damage, but that's okay. We take 5 here if we don't block, but I want to not block because I want a Corpse Explosion Apparition. I think it's really important that we Corpse Explosion as soon as possible, so we're going to Corpse Explosion Apparition and go really close to dying. Alright, he's only attacking for 1 now, so we can Corpse Explosion defend. Feels a bit silly to defend for 1, but defend 1 damage, but we have to do it or we die, so. This looks like we're double defend Bane is the best turn here, so we'll do that. We're quickly running out of intangible charges, but I think we're going to get there. Uh-oh. We need to kill him this turn, apparently, because we don't have enough block. So we need to Poison Stab, all-out attack. I think that's enough damage. Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Bottled Lightning seems pretty good. Leg Sweep also seems pretty good. I don't know if Leg Sweep is good enough. None of these cards beat Champ, so I think we're dying to Champ here, but I do really like Leg Sweep Plus. I think we might bottle outmaneuver. We get to bottle something. We probably don't want to bottle an Apparition. Maybe we probably should bottle an Apparition. Bottle outmaneuver is better against Champ, because wait, does Champ attack on turn 1? Let's look up Champ really quick. I think Champ just, like, doesn't have a pattern. I think he just, like, does whatever he wants to do. Yeah, he doesn't always do something on turn 1. He just has 4 different things he can do. Okay, so he might be attacking and he might not be attacking, so it feels bad to bottle an apparition, and I don't think any decision that is further out in scope than killing Champ is correct, because we have to kill Champ. Leg sweep does not help us kill Champ. We do get, yeah, we have chip, so it's never a bad thing to put the wrong thing in a bottle, but we need to bottle something that specifically helps us kill Champ. I wish that I'd taken that deadly poison, because deadly poison on turn 1 is probably the best thing we can do against Champ. I think we bottle corpse explosion is what we do, and then just hope. Because corpse explosion is fine in Act 3 bottled as well. It's not quite as good as apparition, but so I think we skip here and bottle the corpse explosion. I hate to skip a leg sweep plus, but you know what? We need block even against Champ, so let's take a leg sweep plus. It's greedy, but it needs to happen. Okay, we definitely have to rest. 30% of our max HP is only 9. That's rude. Wait, why is it 9? It should be... What? Shouldn't it be 11? Oh, I guess it's 30%, not 33%. But then it should still be 10, right? Okay, he is buffing, so we don't need apparition. Also, let's try and draw something better than defend. But corpse explosion bane seems pretty good. Turn 1. I prefer corpse explosion and poison stab. We need poison damage more than raw damage. We're forced to use apparition. We could dagger throw it. And then how are we blocking? Yeah, I guess 9.9 does round down. It's not even 9.9 continuing, it's 9.9 exactly. He does cleanse poison, which is a huge bummer for this deck. It's a real bucket of cold water. Right, that's why we need the double poison thing, which we never found. Okay, so we can block for 11 with Piercing Wail Defend and take 3, and then get rid of Apparition. Of course, that's all predicated on the fact that Dagger Throw does not draw another Apparition, which it could. So I guess let's find out if that's happening. Okay. It didn't, and it drew a Survivor. So now we can Survivor Piercing Wail to block out. So I'll go ahead and Survivor away a Strike. And I'll Defend. He's got multi-attacks, so Piercing Wail might be more useful later. There's also an argument for outmaneuver and just take 6. But I have an Artifact Potion that I've been holding on to forever, so I can, if I need to Wraith Form next turn, I can just Artifact Potion Wraith Form. And I have 5 cards, so I won't use the next step yet. Alright, he is buffing. I have no way to apply poison. So I'll play outmaneuver. There's some argument to keeping strikes in hand here, because we're going to shuffle soon. So if I keep strikes, they don't get shuffled back in. Counter argument is I have to play something this turn, so might as well play some strikes. I think I'll use the all-out attack while I have max strike in hand, so that I try and dodge Wraith Form. Come on, dodge Wraith Form. Oh my god! Okay. We might not have any way to block next turn. If we miss Apparition, we still get Leg Sweep if we miss Apparition. I can't believe that fucking happens. I'm so triggered. Okay, so we can get double damage on Bane, which is more than backstab, so I'll do that. And then I will spend backstab to draw 5 cards, keeping neutralized for some block. Drawing Noxious Fumes as late as humanly possible. Thanks for that. And then drawing Apparition on a useless turn. Crap. I guess we'll develop some some poison, and I will weaken him because we've already got 2. I guess we purged a vulnerable, sure. Let's see, so if we Predator, we're keeping 5 cards so the draw doesn't do anything. And if we play 2 strikes, we're keeping 4 cards. So I guess I have a space in our hand. But then we use the space to draw more strikes. Neither one does damage, so it doesn't matter. I guess I'll make room in the hand. Alright, he is buffing again. So I guess I just do the max damage, which is Bane Predator. Alright, he's only attacking for 20 because he's weak. I'll keep the weak rolling. And just block out. Almost. Stupid apparitions. Oh wait, I can get rid of it with Dagger Throw. Okay. So we're going to Dagger Throw and get rid of Apparition. And then we're going to apply some poison. And then we can outmaneuver and use the Pen Nib on all out attack next turn, maybe? Let's outmaneuver either way. We can survive our way the Apparition. We didn't draw the big attacky thing. So I guess I'll just hit Pen Nib on a strike, because why not? Do I throw a Defend to draw an extra card? I think I do. Oh wait, I have 5 cards. There's no reason to do that. Okay, it looks like this is the Artifact Potion Wraith Form turn. As much as I would like to save it until he is transformed, I don't think I can block for 30 otherwise. Also, let's see. If I get 3 intangible, he's taking 23, then 26, which is 49. So he would go down to, nope, 225. So he would not pop before the intangible would not hit his post-transform turn, and I would be guaranteed to waste at least 1 intangible. It's not 25, so we upgraded Noxious Fumes, so it's 26. Oh, that's true. Yeah, good point. Okay. Yeah, but we're not getting a better turn to Wraith Form, I don't think, so we'll just Wraith Form now. We do need to Artifact Potion, so that we don't lose a dex. And then we take 1. Hopefully we can set up Corpse Explosion next turn. And we're already intangible, so we're not wasting Apparition, but I will take a shot at discarding it with all-out attack anyway. I guess, no, I can't do that because I only have 1 energy. He's not weak, so it would be a waste to neutralize him while I'm intangible. Let's just do some damage. I'll keep Dagger Throw so that I can discard that last apparition if I need to. I'll do one block so I'm not just like taking little bits of chip all the time. And then Strike Auto Attack. Okay. If I neutralize, I do draw a card, and I do 3 damage. Sure, why not? He is, his armor is gone this turn, so might as well take advantage of that. Okay, I will Survivor away the intangible, because I don't need it this turn. Oh wait, he is guaranteed, I think, to attack on his first turn after he comes back. Yeah, he does use Execute immediately, so if I use intangible, this does block, because I have an intangible up. So I will do that. And then Predator does a tiny amount of damage. But I'd rather... let's see, I guess I want the Poison Stab next turn, not this turn. It's not a disaster if I draw it now. I guess even if I draw it now, I just keep it for next turn, so whatever. Alright, not a terrible split. 146. We're in trouble, though. We need to get that poison back as soon as possible. And then I guess we can Bane him and defend. We can Predator with Pen Nib. Seems good. And then I guess since his armor is down, I'll use one of these strikes or something. There's no more use for Dagger Throw, so I'll just use it to draw. Alright, and then I just gotta block the rest of the way with good old-fashioned leg sweeps and survivors and stuff. Yeah, 42 is a lot. And we've got to block it for a long time. He's already weak, but I can keep that going. He's hitting for 50. This is the turn we've been saving Piercing Wail for forever. Yeah, but this is not enough. Okay. Well, it wasn't too bad. Champ can kill you for sure. We needed to find Catalyst, and we didn't. Let's try it again. Alright, Upgrade is good. Common Relic is good. Colorless card, I don't know about that. So if we're taking Upgrade a card, we'd probably upgrade Neutralize to get extra weak. Let's see, how good are random common relics? Let me switch the OBS view and we can do some evaluation. Relics. All right, common relics. Akabiko. There are actually some pretty significant multi-attacks for Silent. You've got there's one that stabs like 5 times for 3 damage. It's pretty insane with Akabiko. Getting that to actually happen is pretty challenging. I guess I'll go ahead and use a spreadsheet for this thing. I would say Akabiko is a 3 out of 5. It's like good, but most of the time it just does 8 damage. Anchor is great, giving you 10 block on your first turn, because the first turn happens every fight. Even if you kill people on the first turn, that 10 armor is going to matter a lot. Anchor's 5 stars. Ancient Tea Set, kind of depends on our route, so let's look at our route. We might go this left route, So we get Fire Elite there, and then we get another one here probably. There's another Fire Elite there, but they're not compatible. That one requires 4 hallway fights, so we probably don't want to do that one. So we're probably doing 2 hallway fights. We get a fire and then a hallway fight here, so we'd get extra energy in that one. It's pretty good. I think Ancient Tea sets a 5-star relic, maybe 4-star. It's like really good when it triggers, but like it's an energy relic, so it's really valuable, but it only triggers every once in a while. And getting 2 extra energy on your first turn is pretty good on Silent because you have extra cards on your first turn too. Art of War, Silent decks are very good at only playing skills, so it's a 5-star card. It's basically just like a free energy relic if you just do like a dedicated poison deck, which most Silent decks are. Bag of Marbles is great. I don't know how valuable Vulnerable is for Silent, but artifact charges are extremely problematic. And Vulnerable is good in Act 1, so it's a 5-star card. Bag of Prep is normally pretty good, but it does literally exactly the same thing as your starting relic. So you end up drawing 9 cards in your first turn, and like it's nice to draw 9 cards on your first turn, but you definitely can't play them all. So that's a little bit strange. But if you draw 9 cards in your first turn, and your deck has like a linchpin power that you really need to get set up, you have a great chance of drawing it. So I think Bag of Prep is probably a 4-star. Blood Vial, healing per fight is something that Silent is really missing. 2 health per fight is not very much, so I'm going to give it 4 stars, but it's still really good. Bronze Scales is absolutely bonkers against like birds and the heart, so I'll give it 5 stars. Centeno Puzzle, 3 extra draw per fight. It's like slightly better than Bag of Prep. It is a little bit more fiddly because like sometimes you'll get a curse that causes you to draw at the end of your turn, and then you discard those cards, or you take damage at the end of your turn, which causes you to draw, and then you discard those cards immediately, which is really unfortunate. But I think Centeno Puzzle is still 5 stars. Ceramic Fish, usually not very good, but if you get it from Niao, that's a lot of extra gold over the course of a run. What do you start with? You start with 13 cards, and you generally go up to like 27, 28. So that's like 15 times 9 gold. Yeah, I guess it's not even as good as like an old coin, but old coin is a rare relic, so you wouldn't expect Ceramic Fish to be as good. I think it's probably like a 3-star card because it doesn't actually do anything, but you know. Tomorrow we can't get, Data Disc we can't get. Dreamcatcher is bad. It gets you like, ideally like 1 or 2 extra card choices in a run. More realistically, like 3 or 4. But still, you usually don't pick anything at those card rewards. I mean, you do sometimes, but give it like 2 stars. Happy Flower is an energy relic, so it's good. It doesn't do a lot, but I'll give it 4 stars. Juicy Bracelet is the classic 1-star relic. It's just so bad. Lantern is really good. It's like a Ancient Tea set, but more consistent, and it really aligns well with Silent's starting relic, so 5 stars. Mawbank is a little bit like Ceramic Fish, but it works even if you don't pick a card. If we pick Mawbank, we for sure are not taking that early shop. And we're probably not taking any shop in Act 1. So we'd probably be like floor like 22 or something before we shop, or like 23. So that's a huge amount of gold. That's basically an old coin. So I'm going to give that 5 stars. I almost never think Mawbank is good, but old coin is great. So meal ticket, we definitely could go to a shop early on in this run, and getting healing is something Silent really needs. It's not as much healing as some other relics, but I still think this is a 4-star. Nunchaku, it's hard to play 10 attacks, particularly as any class other than Silent. If you get Nunchaku with Silent, I think you're going in on Shivs probably. If you get it from Niao, so you know. So I'll say it's a 4-star relic. it's good, but it forces you to do something bad, which is bad. All the Smoothstone is great, 5 stars. Omamori sometimes just doesn't do anything in the whole run, but sometimes it's amazing. So it's kind of hard to. Omamori like makes it way easier to pick up Curse Key, for example. I'll give it 2. It doesn't do anything, but sometimes it's good. Orichalcum is great. It lets you just pick up all the attack cards and still not die. Unfortunately, blocking is something Silent is pretty good at, with like leg sweeps and stuff, backflips. So Orichalcum doesn't end up getting a ton of value, but it's still like a 3-star relic. Pen-Nib is sort of a weird build around for Silent. You can end up like doing a bunch of shivs to set up a double damage dash, but it's not really how Silent wants to be killing people. Let's see, there's probably like, if you set up like what is it? It's not Whirlwind, the like X attack for Silent. This could do an absolute ton of damage. But I've never had a Silent deck that really did that. So I think this is like a 3-star. It does stuff though, it does damage. Potion Belt is not great. You don't really need 4 potion slots, particularly early on in Act 1. But it is nice to have them, so I'll give it 2 stars. Preserved Insect is excellent, 5 stars, saves your life a lot. Red Skull you can't get. Regal Pillow is okay. It's nice to be able to rest a few times and heal for a lot when you do, so I like Regal Pillow quite a bit. It doesn't do anything in fights, so I'm going to give it 3 stars. Smiling Mask is kind of weird to get right off the bat, but helps you remove cards. It's pretty good, but it doesn't do anything in fights, so I'll give it 3 stars. The real standout here is Snecko Skull. Snecko Skull is absolutely bonkers. It's like an extra upgrade for your Noxious Fumes that you inevitably end up picking up. Also just like Bouncing Flask, and yeah, Snecko Skull is 100% 5-star card. Strawberry isn't flashy, but it wins you runs. I'll go at 4. The Boot, outside of some fringe situations like Birds and Nemesis, Boot is usually pretty useless. 1 star. Tiny Chest, after the rework, it's quite a bit better. We can pretty realistically get an extra chest in Act 1. But then it's kind of just saying like that Tiny Chest is like less good than getting an additional relic, because it like forces you to make compromises in your pathing in order to just replace itself. So I'm gonna give that 1 star. Toy Ornithopter is great, gives you some healing, but not as much healing as some other things. 4 stars. Vajra sort of pushes you into doing Shiv stuff again, but Silent has some surprisingly good strength scaling, so I'll say 5 stars. Warpaint and Whetstone, I think, are both 5 stars, because early on, those buffs are huge. Okay, so that's of all the common relics. The average value is 3.7, which is on par with acquiring a random card from earlier. And pretty decent for a Niao buff. Niao buffs tend to range from like 3.1 to like 3.8, so like 3.7 is pretty good. I think it's probably better than upgrading a card. Can we get a chest before the first elite? Obviously we're talking about tiny chests. No, there's only 3. Oh, this one, I see, yeah. That's kind of aggressive though, to like take no card rewards and just take 4 question marks. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking colorless cards. They're not good enough on average, so we're taking the common relic. And we got Regal Pillow. Okay, so we get to get more value than normal out of rests. So this actually kind of makes me want to go this way. So these 4 hallway fights are going to beat us up, but we'll survive, and then we can rest here and go to full health, and be really juiced up from all the card rewards. And then go fight this elite and stuff. Maybe this elite to get the shop. Yeah, okay. Alright, we can break both and defend for 10. Or for 13, so we're blocking out. Seems good. We can kill 1 and block for 5, take 1. Nice. Losing 1 health to Oz fight's pretty good. Quick Slash is the only thing here that does damage, so I think we take Quick Slash. Because we gotta survive 3 more hallway fights. Don't you normally start at 59 out of 66 on Silent? You get one of these things as you start damaged. Yeah, Ascension 6 debuff as you start each run's damaged. I don't know why that's a thing, but... I think we need to get a little bit of damage into Jawworm before he scales up, so we'll take 2 here. To do 6. We'll Quick Slash, let's see what we draw. We could do 5 and take 4, or we could block out. I think we need to take 4 and do some damage. Alright. I'm going to take 2 here and do 4. Unfortunately, he's a little bit above 18, so we can't kill him this turn, but we can set him up. And then he's out of lethal range here, so we'll go ahead and just block out. We should be able to take 0 more in this fight. Yeah. Ooh, Smoke Bomb. None of these do any damage. None of them combo with Regal Pillow. And none of them combo with Quick Slash. Acrobatics and Quick Slash both draw cards, so that's kind of a thing. I think we skip. Okay. We drew all of our damage right up front, so we're gonna have to... Only got 1 strike left in the deck next turn. So I guess we're blocking out. I prefer to take 1 this turn to do 6, but don't always get to choose. We did get an optimal turn 3, so that's nice. And then we should get a kill here, yeah. Great. Alright. Choke versus Storm of Steel. Blah. Not excited about either one. Quick Slash is good with both, weirdly. I guess it's better with Storm of Steel, and Storm of Steel is probably a better card. Yeah, Storm of Steel supports both discard and Shiv synergy things. Also, it is rare, that's true. So I'll pick up Storm of Steel. We could end up getting like a relic that makes our Shivs do extra damage or something. There are situations, obviously, where Storm of Steel is quite bad, like against Heart and Time Lord, but you know, in those situations, Choke is bad too, so gotta pick one of them to do the damage. Okay, let's go ahead and block out here, and we draw all of our strikes, so we're gonna have to Storm of Steel for damage. This might be the Smoke Bomb fight, which would not at all be surprising. This is the first hard hallway fight. I'm gonna preserve my health just in case we do want to Smoke Bomb here. I would rather take 0 in a fight that I'm Smoke Bombing. Let's Quick Slash and see what the options are. If we Storm of Steel, we do 16 damage. If we do 16 damage, he goes to 39 and does not break. And then we take 18 and we're sad. We could Survivor and take 10, but I think this is what Smoke Bomb is made for. So we're Smoke Bombing out of this fight. Poof. Alright, we'll fight this relic, fight this elite. We were planning on getting way more beat up by these first couple fights than we did, so I feel pretty good about taking some damage here so that I can actually get use out of this campfire, and then go on and fight these elites. I guess I could have not fought that elite and fought this elite instead, but nah. We are still overhealing here. Oh man, I just realized that I am locked into 2 elites here. There's no path that's not 2 elites. Yikes. Okay, I guess I'll take the health. Uh-oh. Yep, here's Kremlin here to inform me elites do a lot of damage. Strike does more damage than Shiv, so I'll do that first, and then I'll hit him with a bunch of Shivs. Guess we should have saved that smoke bomb. Let's see. Next turn we do have lethal, so we can go ahead and block here. Tough bandages. Welcome to the deck. This is absolutely amazing with Storm of Steel. This is exactly why you pick discard synergy stuff. Tough bandages is bonkers good. Sneaky Strike is a discard synergy card, and a decent one. It doesn't discard any cards itself, nor do we have any way to retain it until we hit Survivor, but it does do damage, and we need some more damage to fight the next elite. So Sneaky Strike it is. Unceasing Top. Well, that's really good with Storm of Steel. Storm of Steel guarantees you an empty hand. Interesting. So now we want to pick up every 0 cost and discard card we see, because this combo is nuts. That's really good. Okay, so which way are we going? We've got some money, so we could go here to try and get this shop. That requires us to survive a hallway fight and then an elite, though, which is going to be challenging, so I think we're going to go this way so that we can rest after the elite. Alright, Warpaint, save us. It was probably the best outcome, to be honest. Storm of Steel is probably what I would have picked myself, but 2 defend pluses is pretty good. Yeah, especially in this fight. Well, we managed to get Survivor and Sneaky Strike in the same hand, so that's neat. However, if we just Storm of Steel, we do so much. Well, I guess we don't need to. So okay, Survivor, Sneaky, and then Sneaky Strike does 10 damage and costs 3 cards. But those 3 cards would do 12 damage with Storm of Steel, so we should use Storm of Steel instead. So I'll do Strike and Storm. Yeah, obviously we walk out. Oh crap, what did I just discard? I guess I couldn't have played it anyway. Alright, so 3 strikes blocks for more than defend does, but I think we're going to use the fire potion to block. So we're doing 12 damage this turn. We don't have any guaranteed damage next turn, but we do have a guaranteed block out. So we're going to go for this front guy so that we can kill him before he attacks again. Hey, Storm of Steel, welcome back. Storm of Steel does not block out if we use the strike first. We take 1 damage if we strike first, and I would prefer not to take 1 damage. So I'll Storm of Steel first. Tough Bandages is so insane. Oh, look at that. Extra cards. Alright, Sneaky Strike plus Strike kills him and blocks. Well, those things tend to ruin your unceasing tap. Yikes. We could die next turn. Nope, we survived. Another potentially lethal turn? No, we win. Okay. Meal ticket's quite nice. We're about to go to a shop. Oh wait, no we're not. I'm mistaken. Here's Catalyst. It doesn't seem like it's the thing we're doing though. It seems like the thing we're doing is Deflect. Deflect costs 0, and therefore you can play it off the top of your deck when you get it with Unceasing Top. And keep Unceasing Topping. Is it good enough though? Yeah, I think it's good enough. You can also just play it. It scales with decks. Alright, one more rest. Alright, see here's a situation where Deflect is good. Bam, just Deflect. Block out. 2 strikes does more damage than Sneaky Strike, so I'll do 2 strikes. Okay, we can kill him with Storm of Steel, and then draw a card with 1 mana. And if that card is Quick Slash, then we do damage. Alternately, Storm of Steel blocks out, so we can just hit this back Fungi Beast. I'm gonna not strike so that I can draw a card. Or so that I can potentially play the card that I draw. Although that card can be Ascender's Vein. Actually, 4 out of the 5 cards I don't want to play, so I'm gonna strike first for the extra damage. Yeah, don't want to play that. Alright, so Quick Slash kills the one that's actually threatening me. I can do a little bit of damage to the other one. Alright. Ooh, fruit juice. Yeah, we can play the Ascender's Bane because of Blue Candle. Which is nice because we can get it out of the way of Unceasing Top if it gets in the way. Yeah, it costs 1 health. Dagger Thirst says discard. Grand Finale costs 0, but it totally stops Unceasing Top because you can't play it most of the time. I feel like Dagger Throw is a better card than Sneaky Strike, and it enables the Sneaky Strike in the deck, so I'll play that. It also lets us get stuff out of the way for triggering Unceasing Top, if we've got like a 2-cost card in hand or something. Okay, we can block out with Defend and do some damage. I guess we're neutralizing as well, so we can actually just block out with 1 Defend, mostly. Let's see what we're getting. Oh yeah. Oh man, I totally wasn't considering. When I Dagger Throw, I get a Tough Bandages proc, which makes it a crazy good card. I'll go ahead and Storm of Steel to almost block out. And do a bunch of damage. Almost pressed end turn. Missing 6 damage. Here's another copy of Dagger Throw. It's up against Caltrops though. Caltrops versus Hexaghost and Heart is really good. Let's imagine Dagger Throw said deal 9 damage, draw a card, block for 3. That'd be like one of the craziest cards in Slay the Spire, right? That would be insane. There is a reason. Actually, Jorbs has like a 20-minute video of reasons not to drink the fruit juice as soon as you see it. Most of it, it is concerning your percentage current HP and events. Particularly in this situation, I would go up to 48, and then I would go. Hexaghost would hit me for 1 harder. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'll drink it if I need the potion slot, obviously. That's like a real need. But the real answer is, like, you shouldn't do things until there's a reason for you to do them. So a lot of the time, that means, like, you should play this card this turn, because otherwise you don't get to play, like, you're wasting resources. But I'm not wasting any resource by not drinking the fruit juice. It just sits there forever. And I can drink it out of combat. I can drink it right now. I think I want the dagger throw. I think I want just everything that says discard on it because of tough manages. Even though Caltrop is really good. Question mark or hallway fight? I think I want the hallway fight. If I get reduced below 38, Hexaghost does a little bit less damage, and I get a card reward. I do really want to keep this money though. I can dagger throw and sneaky strike, and then the storm of steel. Seems good. This deck does some pretty good damage. Yeah, turn 2 looter kill in Act 1. Get out of town. Alright, we definitely don't want Riddle with Holes. Outmaneuver is pretty good. If you get a bunch of energy and you have Unceasing top, you can just go forever. However, you're kind of sad if you top deck it with Unceasing top. But I think I'll pick it. This is 2 runs in a row I've picked Outmaneuver. I almost never pick Outmaneuver. We're definitely not resting, so we'll upgrade probably Storm of Steel. Maybe Outmaneuver. Let's see, Storm of Steel just makes you do a little bit more damage. Outmaneuver makes your deck do more things. I think I like Outmaneuver more. Yeah, all the other improvements are just like slightly more damage or slightly more block. Outmaneuver does a different thing. Although I am getting a lot of the damage in the deck out of Storm of Steel, and it is a 50% improvement. Alright, I'll take the Storm of Steel. Okay. We'll dagger throw and sneaky strike for sure. We don't need to block this turn. And then I guess we'll outmaneuver and strike. Yeah, it gives you Shiv pluses. So they do 6 damage instead of 4. The most block here is defend weak pot Storm of Steel, so I'll do that. Actually, I'll save the weak pot because Storm of Steel is going to draw me unceasing top cards, so I don't know how much block I need. Turns out I don't need any. Alright. Man, dagger throw and sneaky strike are really working well together. Burns are bad. Burns make the deck stop. I will strike Storm. Oh, we can play them, that's true. Oh, we lost outmaneuver. Oh no, yeah, it's only curses and their statuses, darn. We can discard them. want to go more things. Quick Slash draws a card, so it keeps Storm of Steel going. If I play the last Shiv, I might draw a burn. Oh wait, no, I can't draw a burn. There's no burns left. Probably Dagger Throw, Sneaky Strike, outmaneuver. I could alternately Survivor and draw a card with an energy. Don't really need to do that though. There is, it's a medical kit. Alright, here's the big attack turn. We are going to play a Sunder's Bane here to draw a card. Ah, we drew a burn. Wow, what a bummer. Spend 1 life to take 2 damage. Ow. Oh crap. We would have died if it weren't for tough bandages this turn. Taking 8. Oh, we are dying. I should have weakened him on his big attack turn. That was a huge derp. 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm technically surviving. I forgot I had the weak potion. Yeah, we're gonna cheat that. Sorry. I don't know if I can accurately replay that fight the same way because it's so long, but I will attempt to do so. Okay, we're dagger throwing. We are getting rid of a defend. There's no need for that. Sneaky strike, neutralize. I remember I played outmaneuver instead of a second strike. Okay, and then here I Storm of Steeled to draw cards before I did anything else. That. I almost clicked unturn there. Okay. Pretty sure it's been all the same so far. I feel like that turn went differently somehow. Oh, did we block for more on the big Storm of Steel turn? I could see that. Okay, so I think we're Storm of Stealing here. And we will not forget to play outmaneuver. Ooh, neutralize. Free damage. Okay, yeah, I'll exhaust the Sunder's Bane shuffle. I could draw a... Actually, there's nothing I want to draw. The only thing I would want to draw is neutralize. It gets it out of the deck, but we can do that anytime. It does cost us a draw later if it goes into our hand. And this is our whole deck, so there's no like card quality reason to do it. If we draw a burn, we're more able to block it this turn than later. Alright, that's a good enough reason for me. Okay. Dagger Throw gets rid of a burn. Now we're all blocked up. Okay, let's... Both Quick Slash and Dagger Throw draw cards. We probably want to play both of these blocks. Both of these blocks plus Dagger Throw blocks out, so let's Dagger Throw. Neutralize also helps block out. So now he's only hitting for 12, so I can just take 11 and develop outmaneuver. Or block for 11 and develop outmaneuver. Okay, we have 5 energy, so we'll Shiv and... Actually, that's kind of dangerous with all these burns. So I'll do strike first. Oh wait, strike first doesn't add any damage anymore, because Shiv pluses do the same damage as strike. Okay, now we're not going to forget the weak potion this turn. He's going to do a bunch of damage, and we're going to weak potion him. I guess technically I will see what's in my hand first. Okay, weak potion. Oh, he was already weakened, because I neutralized him this turn, but whatever. I'll Storm Steel. And draw burn, that's fine. Dagger Throw gets rid of a burn. And then deflect and defend. Walk out, and we'll outmaneuver. No, outmaneuver is less valuable than Quick Slash. Now that I've got a bunch of burns in the deck. Also, he's almost dead. Quick Slash gives me guaranteed lethal. Okay. Well, that was way better. I don't know, the difference between... I don't even know what the big difference was. I played a couple of things slightly better, and then didn't die by a lot. These cards say exhaust, but not discard. I wanted them to say discard. You can play Doppelganger for 0, and if you upgrade it, it even does something if you play it for 0. So it's fine to play off the top of your deck. It also gives you extra energy, so you can do more shenanigans. But if you have like 3 energy and you're unceasing topping, you're doing stuff, then Doppelgeister takes all of your energy. Nightmare is too expensive. Glass Knife, it doesn't seem like we need that to make the deck work, so I think we're skipping. We drew a bad burn first try. Are you saying the shuffle order was different? Because that doesn't happen. We definitely don't want Runic Pyramid. We don't really need Ring of the Serpent because we already have good draw with Unceasing Top. I'm a little bit afraid of Astrolabe because I can get expensive stuff. But you can also get 0 cost stuff or discard synergy stuff. So I think we'll take it. Yeah, there's a lot of discard synergy stuff, so I'll just take Astrolabe and hope, I think. We definitely shouldn't skip, because these are all good. Well, I don't think I would take Runic Pyramid over skip. I think I would rather skip. Well, actually, no, we have Storm of Steel, so maybe Runic Pyramid is the pick, actually, because then we can hold Storm of Steel until we need a big block turn. And we can make sure that Sneaky Strike pairs up with Dagger Throw. Okay. So they're all better than skip, so we're not skipping. We stormed one more card, and the Spinning Top drew us the 2 energy card while we could still play it. That's right, I do remember drawing that with 0 energy the first run. So I guess that was the change that made all the difference. I think there were several changes though. Not the least of which was getting him weak on his 36 damage turn. I think we need to do a spreadsheet to figure out how good Astrolabe is. Runic Pyramid, I have convinced myself is good. It's better than skip at least. And I think Ring of the Serpent is bad. I think I would rather draw 2 extra cards on turn 1. This deck doesn't really set up. It just kind of like uses Tough Bandages, which is a relic, so it doesn't require setup. So we don't really need to draw 2 cards on turn 1, but like I think spending the opportunity cost on Ring of the Serpent instead of Runic Pyramid is incorrect. I think Runic Pyramid is better, but I need to do math to figure out how good Astrolabe is. So let's switch the view. Okay. Astrolabe is concerned with silent cards. And advertising, wow. Okay. Do we want Acrobatics Plus? Not really. It does say discard a card, but we kind of don't want cards that say draw. So we're going to say Acrobatics bad. Backflip, same reason, bad. Don't need it. Bane, we're not really a poison deck, so I'll give it a 2 because it does some damage, but it's really bad. Blade Dance, we do have some Shiv stuff, so we probably will end up taking some sort of Shiv synergy at some point, whether that be just strength scaling or something that explicitly says like Shiv on it. Blade Dance might get slightly better. Also, Blade Dance when upgraded does quite a bit of damage, so I'll give that a 3. Cloak and Dagger, same thing, basically. Upgraded Cloak and Dagger does some good damage, blocks, which is something the deck needs to do. Dagger Spray is not great. For Act 2, it's a little bit low damage. I'll give it a 2. Another Dagger Throw would be great, 5 stars. I'll take it. I don't really want a Deadly Poison, but it does some damage. I'll give it a 3. Deflect Plus would be great, 5 stars. Dot and Roll is kind of okay. We need some block, so I'll give it a 4. Flying Knee kind of costs 0. I'll give that a 4. An extra copy of Outmaneuver. I think it's probably too much Outmaneuver, but I'll still give it 5 stars. I wouldn't pick it, but I'll definitely replace a strike with it. Piercing Whale is a great card, 5 stars. Poison Stab, we don't really need that kind of stuff. Poison Stab Plus is pretty good, so I'll give it 4 stars anyway. Prepared is excellent. It says discard. It costs 0, 5 stars. Quick Slash is not really good, but does some damage. It's better than Strike. I'll give it a 4 star. Slice is excellent, costs 0, 5 stars. Sneaky Strike, excellent, 5 stars. Sucker Punch blocks a little bit, which is something we need. 4 stars. Accuracy, we're doing a bunch of Shiv damage. I hate picking accuracy, but if I get an upgraded version instead of a strike, I'd be pretty happy about that. 5 stars. All in fact says discard on it. We already have one, and it's kind of unpredictable, so I'll give it 4 stars. Backstab, it just adds a little bit more damage to the deck. There is one, is it a relic that makes you 0-cost cards? Yeah, it's Wrist Blade. Makes your 0-cost cards do more damage. We would probably pick that up if we see it. Is that one a rare? I think you can't get that one. I think that one's like boss only. They might have downgraded it though. So anyway, Backstab's probably a 5-star card. Gets out of the way. Gets you to draw. Blur is not really something we need. That's 1 star. Bouncing Flask is awful. 1 star in the deck. Calculated Gamble was very good. 5 stars, obviously. Blocks for like 1 million. Caltrops, kind of depending on who the Act 2 boss is, could be pretty good. After you play it, it's not in the deck anymore, so it doesn't cause problems. So I'll give it 4 stars. Catalyst is not really what we're trying to do, so I'll say 1 star. It's kind of a curse. Choke seems like it would be good, and if we can get enough energy stuff, it would be good. I'll say 3 stars because it's too expensive. Concentrate is excellent in the deck. It's like exactly what we want, 5 stars. Crippling Cloud's bad, but it blocks a little bit, so 2 stars. Dash is too expensive, but it does a lot of stuff, 3 stars. Distraction Plus costs 0 and generates something that costs 0, so I'll say 5 stars. I don't normally pick it, but whatever. Endless Agony is good with discard stuff, costs 0, 5 stars. Escape Plan costs 0, 5 stars. Eviscerate, we probably have enough discard to make it work. It definitely works if you're like, well, no, I'm gonna give it 1 star. It's just a bad card. Expertise is pretty good. So considering that we are we're picking our boss relic right now, and none of these are energy relics. So implicit in this decision has to be this is a 3 energy deck. And expertise, I think, is not probably as good as we were looking for in a 3 energy deck. So I'll say 2 stars. It does some stuff sometimes. Finisher. It's good in the miracle situation, but otherwise it's bad. I guess I'll say 3 stars. It does some damage. Flechettes is pretty terrible in the deck, 1 star. Footwork is pretty much always great. It's a little bit less good than normal, 4 stars. Heel hook is okay. It kind of costs 0. We don't really have enough weak to support it. I'll say 2 stars. Infinite Blades has the weird cross synergy thing going for it. I don't really want an innate power, but that's what it would be. So I guess I'll say 1 star. I'll say 2 stars. It does some damage. Leg sweep is too expensive, but it does block for a lot. 3 stars. Masterful Stab is going to cost a lot, so I'm going to say 1 star. That's going to be bad. Noxious Fumes, not really what the deck is doing, but it's such a good card that it's hard to stay mad at it. 3 stars. Predator totally gets in the way of Unceasing Top, but it does damage. 2 stars. Reflex, now we're talking. I guess 4 stars. Reflex is not as good as Tactics. Even in this deck, it's not that great. Riddle with Holes is terrible, but it does some damage. 2 stars. Setup costs 0 and makes something else in your hand cost 0. It doesn't say discard on it, but it kind of works like a discard card. I'll give it 5 stars in this deck. Weirdly, setup is quite good. Skewer's okay. You can play it for 0, so that's something, but it doesn't do anything when you play it for 0. I don't know. 3 stars. Can help you spend your energy stuff. Tactician is the wet dream. That's exactly what you want. Getting an upgraded Tactician would be game breaking for this. 5 stars. Terror costs 0. 5 stars. Does something useful. Well-laid plans is kind of good actually, because if you go off with Unceasing Top, you tend to draw 1 card at the end that you can't play, and being able to hold on to that till next turn is kind of neat. I'll give it 4 stars. And 1,000 Cuts is obviously run enabling with this kind of deck. Adrenaline, same thing, 5 stars. After Image, same thing, 5 stars. Alchemize does cost 0 when it's upgraded, so 5 stars. Bullet Time is a showstopper, 1 star. 1 star. Burst is kind of good. It does a lot for 1 mana when it's upgraded. So I'll give it 4 stars. Corpse Explosion does a lot of damage, but it's not really what this deck's trying to do. 3 stars. Die, Die, Die. At least it exhausts itself. Does some damage. 4 stars. Doppelganger. I would rather pick Skip than picking Doppelganger, but you can cast it for 0 and then it draws your card next turn. So it's not bad in the Unceasing Top sense. 3 stars. Envenom is not good. It's way better when it's upgraded though, so 3 stars. Glass Knife does so much damage when it's upgraded, 4 stars. Grand Finale is a showstopper, 1 star. Malaise does something for 0, so 2 stars. Nightmare is a showstopper. Phantasmal Killer doesn't do very much, but it only costs 1 if it's upgraded, so it's not that big of a deal. 2 stars. And obviously a second copy of Storm of Steel is 5 stars. Tools of the Trade enables some stuff to happen and costs 0, 5 stars. Unload says discard, 5 stars. Wraithform is a bit out of left field. I feel like it would probably be good anyway though, just because Wraithform, it just gives you an extra turn. So I'll say 4 stars. Okay, kind of all over the map. There's some really bad ones and some really good ones. I think, so it says 3.4, and I'm feeling like both of these are better than Skip, but barely, and Skip is like a 2, right? You pick Skip unless or you pick one of the relics unless like they're all bad. So if Ring of the Serpent is barely better than Skip and Runic Pyramid is like kind of better than that, I think we're picking Astrolabe. Here we go. We did get Alchemized, which I remember was a 5-star, and Calculated Gamble, which is also 5-star, so that's a pretty good outcome. Flechette's, I think we said, was a 2-star, so not great there, but Pyramid is stable. What do you mean by stable? I mean, pyramids are stable. They have a nice square base to sit on. Got a bunch of money. Probably want to go to a store. Oh, you mean stable in terms of like win percentage? Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the amount of math I did to demonstrate that this was the reasonable choice. Let's switch the view back to Slade Spire here. Yeah, we got better than we would expect, because we would expect 3.4, and we got 2 5s and a 2, or 2 5s and a 2. So pretty happy with that. Okay, so we are pretty good at hallway fights, I think, and we kind of want the card rewards. So I think we're not too afraid of going this 3-fight shop path. It doesn't give us an early elite, but it does let us get it into this one. So we go here and then do that one if we feel strong. That forces us into a late shop too, though. Which we wouldn't have very much money for. We could ignore the fact that we have a bunch of money and wait until a late shop. I think that's wrong, though. I think we need to spend the money. So maybe we'd end up going this path over here with the fire and elite. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good path. Okay. I guess I'll go here, because this also lets you do 3 elites and then a question mark, but you can choose here, so it's a better path. You can also choose here. So if we get really beat up in this fight, we can take an out. I said Flechette's was bad. Turns out it's good. Look at all that damage. Almost killed Spirit Guardian on turn 1. Could have happened. We can calculate a gamble for to block out. Or we can dagger throw and quick slash and sneaky strike. If we calculate a gamble, what are we drawing? Drawing like a bunch of this stuff for these cards. We could set up outmaneuver for his 22 damage turn. I think I like that. Okay, let's just calculate a gamble. We could draw 1 card now. That card could be Alchemize. So I think I will do it. Just try and draw Alchemize. No. Okay. Alright, let's get Potion. We could probably kill him this turn. I guess let's quick slash first and see what's up. We have Alchemize in the deck. So we're probably committed to playing Fire Potion this fight. I guess we can just drink the fruit juice whenever. We're definitely not discarding Neutralize. Let's just go ahead and do that. I guess we're going to play Storm of Steel. No, we'll discard Storm of Steel. How about that? Because it's only getting us 1 Shiv right now. And then block a little bit and draw another card. Block a little bit more. Ooh, Deflect is nice. Okay, so we can either take 6 or we can use the Fire Pot. I think I'm okay taking... Oh wait, it's 7. It's possible we can choose to take 3 elites if we do this hallway fight and then we do a bunch of question marks and take 3. I think I'll take 6, sure. Or 7. Alright, none of these cards are good. Skip them. Feeling pretty good, so let's take another fight. Alright, this fight can do a lot of damage. We'll start with Storm Seal. Let's Dagger Throw. He's not attacking, so we'll get rid of something that blocks. And we'll, let's see. Outmaneuver is bad. Oh wait, if we outmaneuver, we shuffle a daze, and then there's exactly one daze. Oh no, wait, because then we would have to use a skill. So we don't want to use a skill, because then that would shuffle a daze, and we would rather shuffle without any dazes first. So we're going to strike. Okay, so there's no dazes in here right now, so we can try and do some unceasing top stuff. Not guaranteed to work, but it could work. We're going to go ahead and drink the fruit juice now, because we need the spot. Alright, Swift Pop. Let's see, this does it. So we could do 10 damage, and then a little bit with the Fire Potion. I guess I missed out on 4 damage here. Because I alchemized first. Drink the Swift Potion. Doesn't draw anything, and in fact reveals that Unceasing Top will not work this turn. So let's Quick Slash. Okay, it looks like we have lethal though. Deflect cost 0. Sure. So if we take these 2 question marks, then we have the option of taking 3 elites. I guess we want the shop though. So do we want to go to the shop after 2 question marks or after 3 fights? I think 3 fights. I think I feel pretty good about fights right now. This fight's tough, but should be okay. They don't shuffle any dazes or anything. What are we got to think about what our heart plan is. Maybe we can get really lucky and find a medical kit at the shop. I think that has to be our heart plan, because the heart does shuffle like wounds into your deck, which ruins Unceasing Top. Other enemies also ruin Unceasing Top in different ways. Let's get rid of Quick Slash. And then let's Survivor Defend. Oh, flechettes. We can only block for 3? We could hit for 16, which is not enough to kill him. I guess I'll set him to 1. Oh wait, no, I'll block, obviously. Alright, here we go. We get to Calculated Gamble. And I could Storm of Steel before I alchemize, but I think I'm going to alchemize first. Deck spot. Okay, we don't need that right now, but it's good to know we have it. I will use the Shiv even though it doesn't do anything, because I want to draw a card. Okay. Alright, I think we need to kill this guy and neutralize that guy. Let's dagger throw first and see what we draw. This blocks out, so I'll just get rid of the card. Draw. Darn. I will spend 3 health to develop outmaneuver. Survivor blocks out, so we don't need to defend. We finally are getting into his plated armor. Cracking open the shell, as it were. We could outmaneuver and then Storm of Steel. Oh wait, that doesn't block out. So we need to Storm of Steel first, and then draw a card that blocks, or we could defend plus and then Storm of Steel. If we want to block out. Blocks for 12, yeah. So I'll do defend plus and then Storm of Steel. Oop, would have drawn a defend. I guess I want to shuffle. So let's go ahead and just calculate, shuffle, gamble, and shuffle. Okay, we're already blocked out, so we'll get rid of the defend and strike. Develop outmaneuver for next turn, I guess. Storm of Steel's fine. Barely blocking out. Okay. Another dagger throw or another deflect plus? I think we want deflect plus. Alright, we need every relic we can find, so we get medical kit. Nope. Are you my medical kit? No. Toy Ornithopter is pretty neat with Alchemize. We'll probably need to do card remove. Deck is super sensitive to card quality. Nothing's blowing me away though. I think I will take the Ornithopter. It's pretty rare to get per fight healing in Silent. Get rid of a strike, and I think footwear is probably good enough to buy. Or footwork, footwear. It looks like we've got enough health that we could probably smith. And then take these 2 fights. And then dodge the shop. I don't want to go to a shop if I don't have enough to buy a relic, because if I see medical kit and don't buy it, we're going to lose. Medical kit is a shop relic, right? Let me check that really quick. For some reason you can't search with text on this page. That's annoying. Yeah, medical kit is a shop relic. Yeah, we could take the Mega Elite. I think we would probably survive that. I think we probably just want to go this way, huh? This way's better. Okay, so we'll upgrade here, take this Elite, and then go another fire here. Okay. Probably footwork. Maybe outmaneuver. Yeah, I think going left is the option. So footwork scales with all the deflects. Outmaneuver makes the deck go. I think we need to pick footwork because some Act 2 elites shuffle wounds, Book of Stabbing, and Slavers. So we need to be really careful. We don't have the health for this. We're leaving. And here's Book of Stabbing. Okay, we need to try and not to take damage. I mean, obviously you always want to try not to take damage, but like, we're really screwed if we take damage here. We're gonna get rid of Defend because we don't need it and it costs energy. And then we're gonna draw a card. Okay, sure. Do we Alchemize first or Storm of Steel first? Let's see, if we Storm of Steel, we block for 4 times 3, 12. He's hitting for 21. I think we need all the block we can find. If we do Defend and then Storm of Steel, it blocks for 17, but then we're out of energy. We could make it block for 19 with the Potion. We could just Potion and then triple Defend, Alchemize. I don't like it, but I think that's the play. I want to take 0 wounds, though, in these early turns. Yeah, I think Pot, Defend, Storm is the best, like, value play. And it is a bit of a race. Okay, I think I'll take 1 wound. Although we could get a deflect here, but we didn't. Okay. What are we looking at here? Let's discard the other dagger throw, and then play all the other cards. And almost click end turn too soon. Okay, we got 1 wound in the deck. He's hitting for 35. Let's see. I guess let's just Storm of Steel. Calculated Gamble probably blocks for more, because it blocks for all the same, and then I draw more cards. But I have 5 energy, and I need to spend it all before I run into the wound. And Storm of Steel spends a little bit more. Cool, okay. So we need to use the weak potion. And now we're taking 2 wounds. Did we not draw the wound? Maybe we drew the wound and discarded it to a dagger throw or something? Yeah, it looks like from the ordering that's what happened. Okay. I guess we quick slash. And then play all these cards. And that one. And that one. Get a shuffle. Hopefully draw the wound. No. Okay, there's a wound. We can't discard it. Maybe if we quick slash, we'll draw a way to do it. Nope. I think we're just defend outmaneuvering this turn. We really want to draw those wounds, so I'll try and look for one. Great, we got one. I'll play both the deflects. They block for too much to ignore. Pen nib neutralize. Get him. Looking for a wound, didn't get one. We get to discard a wound to Storm of Steel. How many wounds are in the draw pile? 4. So let's try and draw one. And miss. Flechettes does a lot of damage here. We might have lethal. No, it only does 18. So if we want lethal, we need to Storm of Steel and then draw something. Storm of Steel also does 18. I think let's Storm of Steel because it blocks for more. There's wound. And we're not dying, so that's something. Just need to draw a little bit of damage. Okay, we did it. That was a close one. Second copy of Calculated Gamble seems really nice. So let's take that. And obviously we're going to go to the fire here. Pair is way better than key. All right. We can play either Calculated Gamble. I guess I'll play the Calculated Gamble plus. Could outmaneuver first. I think that's probably worth it. Free Sneaky Strike. Let's get rid of the Quick Slash. Then we can get one more card. Okay. He is not attacking, so we can take the turn to Alchemize. Drew the Flechettes twice in a turn, both times for 0 damage. Very exciting. We could Storm of Steel, but I think I'm a little bit more excited about Dagger Throw Sneaky Strike. I guess I need to justify that, huh? Because he's hitting for 24, so I need to block. This blocks for 12. And potentially more. Yeah, I think I need to Storm of Steel to block. I was trying to get around the Malleable, but doesn't seem like I can. Yeah, I needed that all to block, so happy with that. Let's Deflect plus and then Calculated Gamble. We're blocking for 16, so if we outmaneuver first, then we only block for 3 if we Calculate Gamble. But we're going to get to play both of those cards, so we'll end up blocking for another 8, so 3 is enough. We need a 0-cost attack. We don't have any. Like in the deck, not... Ooh, Ghost Ninja, wow. It's really difficult to keep keep a potion around, but that's the potion we would like to keep around. None of these cost 0. Distraction Plus would be nice, but it isn't Distraction Plus, so I'll skip it. Okay, we get to Dagger Throw Sneaky Strike him. Very low quality pen nib there. Alright, and now everything's ruined. We get to do a bunch of damage with flechettes, so that's nice. Let's do that, and then play the Calculated Gamble Plus. And block out. Ooh, 1 mana Storm Seal. I'm tempted to play the 1 mana Footwork too. Yeah, I think I will. Stupid flechettes. Alright, 0 mana outmaneuver. Okay. The rest of these are garbage, so I'll get rid of them. Three mana dagger throws and sneaky strikes. Not super useful. I could get rid of them all with Calculated Gamble. I really do need to draw better stuff, so let's do that. I guess let's go again. Maybe we can get a 0 cost thing. Nope. Alright, should be able to find lethal this turn, hopefully. Nope. I think we block for more if we neutralize defend. Yeah. So we'll do that. Let's just get rid of Blessing of the Forge and Alchemize. Weak Potion. Well, Dagger Throw is lethal, so there we go. And a Potion Reward for the fight as well. I think Cultist Potion is better than Weak Potion. Noxious Fumes. I don't know. I can't like name a fight that this is that Noxious Fumes would help me with. I mean, obviously it would help with all fights, but it's really just gonna do like 6 damage to everything. So I'm gonna skip it. Alright, we get turn 1 Footwork. We also get turn 1 hit by Fat Gremlins. Okay. Dagger Throw and Quick Slash kills 1, so we'll do that. I guess we'll draw a card with Unceasing top. We got rid of Flechettes, that's a win in my book. Okay, we have to block for 33. Maybe this is our intangible turn. I think that it is. Let's Dagger Throw first and see what's happening. Yeah. Okay, if we intangible this turn, we get to play our hand. I guess we're playing the hand anyway. Sorry about that. My cat sometimes sits where my mouse lives, so... Ooh, get a free Alchemize. Okay, so we'll definitely use the Ghost and Dry then. Great. Okay. We could drink the Cultist Potion as well this turn. We don't really do tons of strength scaling, but we are falling behind in this fight. We should have done it turn 1, but I'll do it now. Yeah, Storm Steel's fine. We can kill the Mad Gremlin with Flechettes and Dagger Throw. Or we can just Dagger Throw, Sneaky Strike, and kill him. I guess I like that better. And we're taking a bunch of damage. Alright, we can discard a bunch of stuff this turn. I guess I'll just play Flechettes and outmaneuver. Set up for next turn. Alright, this looks like fun. Let's just calculate gamble. I guess I could strike too. No, strike is worse than a random card from the deck for sure. Okay, let's go to Storm. And I'll put all three on the Mad Gremlin. I don't want him to get buffed. Okay. Alright, Dagger Throw can get rid of the defend, and then everything else is free. Can't play the outmaneuver, it's too bad. Let's just calculate gamble. And then Storm Steel. And we got a bunch of damage racked up, so we'll just go for the Gremlin Leader now. Should be able to get him this turn. Yeah. Guess we could have spent some other shivs to Bottled Lightning. Take another copy of Deflect. I'm a little bit worried about running such low quality cards, because if we depend on unceasing top to like win every fight, then eventually we run into like Nemesis or Heart or Act 4 elites and they just stop it. And then we lose. So I don't think I'm going to take another copy of Deflect, even though it is good in the deck. It's like probably the best card in the deck. But I'm not going to take a third copy. Are we bottling something? We could bottle Alchemize or Calculate Gamble Plus or Storm of Steel. I think Storm of Steel is probably how we want to start pretty much every fight, so I think we'll happily bottle that. Alright, oh yeah, we have Lantern too, so our turn ones are pretty nuts, because we always draw 2 extra cards and then have Storm. So we always block for 18 on turn 1. And then draw two cards with unceasing top. Flechette's lethal. You did it, Flechette's. These all cost 0, so I'll draw one of them. Oh shit. I guess that's okay. I don't mind that much. I'll keep Calculated Gamble around. No, I am going to restart the fight because 20 Ornithopter, so I'm missing out on 5 HP when I do that. Okay, I guess since I know I'm an Alchemize, I will Strength right now. The only damage left in the deck is neutralized, which is not lethal on Centurion. So I will just way overkill him with flechettes. Okay. We can't drink either of those right now. So is Dexterity Potion better than a Weak Potion? I think so. There's a Slice, that's what we were looking for, the 0-cost damage. Alright, we don't have a ton of health, so we could rest, but I think we're either outscaling Bronze Automaton or dying to him, so let's just try to outscale him. We want that outmaneuver upgraded. Okay, Flechettes, it's for 18. I think I would rather draw a card from the deck. Okay, there's Alchemize. We'll use... We could Duplication Potion on the Alchemize and get 2 more potions that would heal us for more. Yeah, okay. Duplication Potion's not crazy good. It's pretty good with outmaneuver, but we don't need it right now. And duplicating an Alchemize is pretty neat. And we got another Duplication Potion back. See, it's free. We need to get all these basic cards out of the deck. They're really draining the energy. We're always going to footwork. Let's get rid of the strike. We want to get rid of his artifact charges eventually. I think we want to outmaneuver and then storm. Alright, so we should be able to block out this turn, so we have 6 energy. So I'll just go ahead and use Calculated Gamble. And Dagger Throw to get rid of the card that costs money. Slice because it does more damage. You have to play this. Stupid Quick Slash. We'll go ahead and Duplication Potion this outmaneuver. Okay, we're done. Alright, now we've got 9 energy. Gotta make stuff happen. Let's survive our way the defend to save energy. Get the last artifact charge out. I think we're going to target the orb. Okay. And we can finish off the orb with quick slash slice, but at what cost? No, I think we need to survive our way to quick slash. We did get rid of all of his artifact charges, so we can weaken him this turn. That's nice. I think we want to play some cards here. Get rid of that one. Okay, we blocked out Hyper Beam. That's nice. Stupid flechettes. Grumble, grumble. Well, the deck does stuff, that's for sure. Nothing discards here. I like how we've been able to keep up weak on him just by playing the unupgraded neutralize every turn. Because the deck cycles so fast. I guess that... No, if I dagger throw, I'm going to discard this defend. So I should flechette before I dagger throw. Oh no, I'm going to get rid of the quick slash. Like that. Oh wait, I should have kept this quick slash, it does damage. Okay. Oop, not blocking out, falling behind a little bit. Yeah, we failed to outmaneuver last turn. Ooh, no discard this turn. So we just have to play Sneaky Strike for face cost. I've had to do that since Act 1. Alright, there's our Storm of Steel. Ooh, Sneaky Strike combo breaks me. I guess I'll calculate gamble instead of flechettes. Oops, just missed out on 10 damage. There's no decisions in hand, so just play all the cards. Oh, I made a mistake. I died. Alright, well, I think I was kind of autopiloting there at the end. I've been, this is about as long as I'm comfortable with playing before I lose concentration and I'm not able to math properly. I've noticed this on watching a couple of my replays, that like towards the end I'm like, you know, I claim I'm talking about all the decisions, but in reality I'm just like, click buttons, 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 buttons. There's so many decisions. So I think I need to call it there. Thanks for coming, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.